Great rising, great rising, great rising. Can everybody see me and hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Excited. Get excited. Yes, yes. Hey, how you doing, ma'am? Miss Collins.
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Phenomenal. 1 second, you guys. 1 second. I'm back. I'm back. Let's see if I can't pin my video. There we go. Get excited, you guys. How's everybody doing this morning? All right. We got Miss Baker on the line. I love it. I love it. We got Miss Trosper on the line. I love it. I love it. Who else we got on here? Not too many faces. Not too many faces. It's Friday morning. It's all good. It's all good, right? But this morning, right, I just wanted to kind of get you guys excited, about the weekend as a whole, and then also really just getting excited about your business in general, right? Getting excited about your business in general. I think of so many different individuals that we have that I just personally get inspired from. Like last night, seeing Mrs. Fleetner's flyer, knowing where she came in, knowing, how she came in, and just knowing how hard she worked. It's just such a big inspiration, such a big inspiration. And then we also have individuals like, who else is just crushing it right now? I can think of somebody like on the lines of even somebody like, I want to say, Miss Trosper, right? And Mr. Dove. Shout out to them. I actually saw, yes, ma'am. I actually saw y'all have I was gonna say a little setup situation, a big setup situation going on. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I think they have a building, you guys, where they have all types of Novetica stuff, branding from the samples and the products. And I just love the, everything that they have going on, out there. And where are you guys located, man? If you don't mind me asking.
In Nebraska.
Yes, ma'am. Nebraska. Holding down strong for the Nebraska team. I love it. I love it. Right. I love it. I love it. All right. So to get you guys excited, I want to bring up the main man. The main man is back. He is back. Certified lover man is back. He just got married, you guys. Right? Oh, man, I'm so excited.
Congratulations.
I miss my brother, right? I haven't had a chance to kind of hear, too much because I know he's on his honeymoon and everything. I just want to say, as a unit, I felt like we held it down for the time that he was gone. I felt like our energy was still high. I still felt like we were able to come on to these morning calls and represent an individual like a Mr. Ray very, very strong, right? And I say that because understanding this gentleman's been around for years on end, and he doesn't take this, he's very, very passionate about this business, right? He's very passionate about making his dreams become a reality, right? And so someone like this, I could just remember back when we first got started, man, we came into business around the same time. I was ignorance on fire, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know anything, but I was the guy that did a lot, and I wasn't scared. I would mess up, and then they would be like, "You can't do that." And I'd be like, "Okay, I'm gonna go out and try something else." I was that guy, right? And so I just remember I was like, man, I wish I had somebody that I could run with. I wish I had somebody that was I could relate to in a sense, right? Just a little, I'm just being real, whether you join school, whether you join any organized sports team, whether you join a book club, any type of organization, as a natural human being, you're going to walk into it and find somebody that you can relate to and become friends with. That's natural. That's natural, right? And so I remember just surveying the land, I'm just looking and I just stumbled across Mr. Ray, and Miss Ellis, I love you, right? Miss Ellis, I love you. I remember when I saw Miss Ellis, it was like I saw Mr. Ray. You know how you scan the room? Scan the room, like there goes Mr. Brown, like, well, Mr. Brown has an organization, he's leading from the front. I relate to him, but he's busy. Kept scanning the room, I'm like, man, Dr. London is so amazing. Kept scanning the room. I got to Mr. Ray. I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna go talk to him. And then I got to Miss Ellis, and Miss Ellis is sitting there like this. She wasn't having it, y'all. She was not having that meeting. She was only there for her man, right? Totally understand it, totally get it. And I just remember, not Miss Ellis now. Miss Ellis is literally one of the key players on Merge Alliance. She literally is the reason why we are organized to this day. So shout out Miss Ellis. But when Miss Ellis first got started, right, she wasn't really all for it. She wasn't necessarily going for it. And I just remember, I need to have a conversation with this gentleman, talk to him. I remember Mr. Brown pulled us to the side and, did his thing and was talking to us and pouring into us and stuff like that. I ended up getting Mr. Ray's number. And I want to say maybe not even a day or two later, again, I'm ignorance on fire. If you're new in this business, I 100% believe and recommend and behoove you to be ignorance on fire and not knowledge on ice. Just go out there and do it. Just do it. Just go do stuff. Go post. Go do this. Go do that. And it even might be scary for you. Do it anyway, right? And then when you tell your upline, I guarantee you they're going to be elated, right? Elated, freaking out on the phone, going crazy, right? And so I remember calling Mr. Ray up, after I went to Target and I went and recruited for the first time by myself. And that's exactly what happened. I went to Target and, I walked around Target for about 10 minutes and I was sweating. My palms were shaking. I literally, my stomach started doing a number, y'all. It was crazy. And I remember going up to this guy, hey, I couldn't even really say it. My words weren't right. I'm stuttering, just can't even get my words out and all this other stuff. And I remember the gentleman was like, afterwards, I think I just pretty much asked him, is he open or do you want an opportunity? Just something weird. And it was not what I would do today, right? And I remember the gentleman was like, nah. And I ended up leaving Target. I called Mr. Brown. Y'all, Mr. Brown's on the phone going crazy. Let's go! I'm like, sir, it went terrible. But he's like, let's go! Because understanding that most people coming to the business don't do anything anyway, right? Or they say they're going to do something and they don't do anything, right? But that's not none of us on this call, right? And so understanding that, he understood that I took a leap. I betted on myself, and I'm also was willing to go out there and be ignorance on fire. Called up Mr. Ray, right? Called up Mr. Ray a day later, and again, ignorance on fire. He's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just wanted to try to figure out if we can go and maybe do some recruiting together. And he was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And then he's like, when? I was like, right now. Again, y'all, if you ever get around me, I'm like this, let's do some voice notes, let's do a training, let's do something, And so ultimately, I remember calling him up and he was like, yeah, let's do it. And just the first night, I remember it was an event. We took pictures with some of the people that we did recruits with. We posted them in the group meet. We did it, you guys. We were really doing it. And fast forward, I want to say 90 days, 6 months. We ended up. We talk about this to this day, but this is real. This is 100% real, y'all. Me and him both. I think he did more than me. He thinks I did more than him. but somewhere around, I want to say about 305, 306 a piece, right? As far as individuals that we talk to in 60 days, 60 to 90 days. Did we have anybody sign up? No. At that time, we weren't selling products. Did we have anybody sign up? No, ma'am, no, sir. We did not. But what was happening during that time frame? Most people, that actually would be enough for them to quit. But what was happening during that time frame? We got better and better and better. And honestly, I stem any type of whatever that's going on from that right there. So much growth happened in that time frame. So much growth. I did Uber at that time. Any person that got us on my Uber, I talked to them, right? And it was because every single day I was meeting up with Mr. Ray to go and talk to people. I mean, we went to the Harbor, we went to Target, we went to Walmart. There were certain places that they knew who we were, and we kind of had to figure out different strategies and do different things. And again, we were doing it. We were doing it. And we weren't even really receiving any true success from it. But imagine if we would have gave up. We wouldn't be here in front of you guys today. Right? And so I thank him. I thank Mr. Brown, and that will never, ever leave me. I think that I thank God that I talked to 300 people and they all said no. Really, I really do. Because it molded me and let me know, well, what do they always teach? You talk to a lot of people, and a lot of people are going to say no. You might come across some people that say yes. And even if you go through 300 no's, you never know what's around the corner. You never know what's around the corner. But if you give up, and I'm a living testament, do not give up. Do not give up. Even with the I'm happy for it and I'm thankful for it. I thank God for it. But even with the small rank that I hit last month, it just goes to show you, don't give up. Don't give up. Even if you have nobody, do not give up. Because when you get those individuals, you're going to be able to tell them exactly what you went through. So with that being said, all right, is my main man on the line? Let's go, sir. Listen, before I bring him up, I give this gentleman everything. Him, Mr. Brown, the whole merge, the Lions, I really give it to you guys. I really, really do. Because I understand without you guys, it's like Lion King, when he held up Simba and, that's how I feel when I get around you guys. I seriously do. I feel like you guys, and him as well. I feel like you guys just put me in a space to where I can ultimately go after my dreams and goals. And the first gentleman that I got around in this business granted me and brought that spirit back. So I want to bring this gentleman on the call. Is he ready? Is he ready? Are you ready, sir? Oh, hold on one second. You got word. He is coming, you guys. He is coming. Give him another minute or so. He is coming. But like I was saying, this gentleman, again, someone that will take the shirt off of his back, someone that doesn't think about himself. He is always thinking about others. He's constantly putting himself in a position to not think about himself. Just such a selfless individual. Somebody that I truly look up to. I tell him all the time, I think of Mr. Ray as, I'm like, sir, the way you speak, the way you're able to connect, like, I feel like your ability is to speak and motivate. But it's another thing to be able to do those things and connect with the opposite, the person that's receiving it. And your ability to do that, sir, is beyond, I mean, it's beyond amazing. It truly, truly is. So with that being said, are you ready, sir?
Mute.
Of course. Let's go. Mr. B. Hey, y'all, give it back to Mr. B. Everybody,
We're excited to see you.
Yeah, good job, baby.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
hey, look, Mr. Bailey, you shut it down this morning, brother. We can close it right now, right? That was good. You shared the story, you did everything. Like, I love that. But I'm happy that y'all allowed me to come back and bless me with y'all's presence, right? Not me blessing you guys with my presence. You guys bless me with your presence, right? Allow me back on this call. So you know how we do. I'm back, so I feel like I got some extra energy coming. Does that make sense? So here we go. On a count of three, you know what today is. And if you're new to the call, you're going to love it anyway, right? You're going to learn how to do it. So on a count of three, let's unmute yourselves, right? Also, I want to see faces. I get to see faces. I see Miss Fleetner, right? I'm smiling over here. Miss Baker, Miss Dove looking cool again. Miss Thomas, what's going on? Who else we got? Miss Griffiths. Hey, Miss Boulder. I'm beating you, though. I beat you already. I already put my face on Miss Boulder. Mr. Pulliam, what's up, sir? Right? Oh, Miss Lori, we got a new one. What's going on, Miss Mendez? How you doing? We're going to get to know each other real well, too. Miss Greer, what's up? Mr. Jackson, what's going on? Here we go on the count of three. And of course, my leaders, you already know I want to see some of y'all faces, man. I spent too long. Happy birthday, guys. You guys spent too long. Miss Dinus, what's up? Here we go. On the count of three, you know, Friday. On the count of three, you're going to yell, yay, right? Friday. Y'all going to figure it out. Miss Tony, come on. Hey, what's going on? Oh, I can see everybody's face. Here we go. Here we go. On the count of three, y'all know what to do. Everybody. Here we go, man. We're going to explode with some energy. It's Friday. Back. It's April. I've been married. I've been blessed. God has been blessing me from corner to corner. I finally made it back. I spent 4 days trying to get back home. I'm explaining it to you in a second, but I need the energy so I can give it back to you. Does that make sense? Here we go on the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
It's Friday! Woo, woo, woo! It's Friday!
Yeah, everybody. If you're excited, ready to get this business going, if you're ready to rock, if you're ready to take over, I'm talking about take over. What I want you to do is put a 3 in the chat. Also, that 3 is going to be if you miss me. Does that make sense? If y'all miss me, put a 3 in the chat, right? If you miss us, not me, us. If you miss us, if you miss the explosion, let's go. Team explosion, right? Y'all gonna learn about that. Y'all gonna learn about that. But here we go, man. I just want to get you guys pumped up, excited. You have no idea how excited I am to be back. And this is not a play on words. It's not a play on words. It's not just something to say because I ain't seen you guys or try to come back on the camera. This is real talk, as we like to say, right, Miss Griffiths? This is real talk. I'm telling you. Oh, guys, I was out of the state, right, for a little while. Of course, you guys heard, you know, I got married. Miss Ellis finally changed her name to Ray. You know, her last name is Ray. But, you know, everybody still thinks that I changed my last name to Ellis. I don't understand. It's probably because of her dominant face. Does that make sense, Miss Thomas? You know how Miss Ellis is. She just, you know, she don't be listening to nobody. So I guess they think she made me change my last name, right? But it didn't happen, Mr. Dove. Don't worry about it. It did not happen, okay? So here we go. Oh, wow, I got laugh. Look, man, I'm happy to be back, right? But on that trip, we had a great time. We're super blessed. Some of you all were able to come to the wedding and have a reception. And not just that, I see you, Miss Williams. Not just that, we had a great honeymoon. Spent time with family down there, right? Down in Florida. Went to Florida. Went to Orlando, right? Just to find out that Universal Studios, Mr. Fulham, I know you talk about Mickey Mouse all the time. It's not, you know, you can't get in there right now, right? You can't get in there without reservations. Does that make sense? Without reservations. Don't worry, this story is going to get turned around. Thank you for all the congratulations. So here we go. We couldn't get in because of reservations, right? So of course, what do people usually do? They go to Orlando for what? Somebody tell me. What does everybody go to Orlando for? Somebody tell me. Don't type it.
Disney World.
Disney World.
Disney
World. Right? So there's a little disappointment. Might be a little bit. Right? And we're like, man, we can't get in there. What about Universal Studios? Let's go to Universal Studios, right? Nope. Booked up. Booked up, right? And then, of course, we're thinking honeymoon. We forgot all about it. Guess what, guys? It's Fleetwood. It was spring break for a lot of people. So that's done, right? Can't do that anymore. What about Busch Gardens? Let's go to Busch Gardens. Even though there's Busch Gardens up here, we can do it down there. It might be a little different, right? Does that make sense? So let's go try for that. Guess what, Miss Baker? Mama Baker, what happened? No, sir.
Get in.
Prosper, yeah, exactly. They're like, nope, can't do that either. So you know what we did? We started to go sightseeing, right? Sightseeing. So in the midst of that, you see this big building, right? It's a big, huge building. I'm painting for you. It's got a big old whale in front of it. Does that make sense? A big, huge whale. Ain't nobody say that this is out of it. I forgot it was here the whole time down in Orlando. Guess what I'm talking about now? Miss King already knows. What place am I talking about now? SeaWorld. 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 Let's go hit SeaWorld. Let's have some fun. Guess what? Miss Prosper, what happened? No. You're not going to SeaWorld either. I don't care how much you want to. No, does that make sense? Crazy, right? That's crazy. But it's all good, right? So we decided to take ourselves, spend some time with some family, right? Some family that got a little bit of moolah going on, right? They got a little bit of Trosper going on. You know what I mean? They're making things happen. You like how I did that, didn't you? You like how I did that. They got a little bit of things going on, right? Not just that, right? And I'm not making this a call about faith, but they are faith and God-fearing people, right? So not just that, they allow us to come in and experience what it's like to not just do things for you, but do it for other people. Does that make sense? So let me tell you about it. We go down to Tampa, right? We go over to Tampa, Florida, right? We're gonna take about an hour's drive from Orlando, right, Mr. Dunn? I see you shaking your head. You remember in college days we was out there. So we go over there, we hanging out, and guess what? You walk in the house. First off, you just see it. It's a gated community, right, Miss Cleveland? You drive right up. It's the biggest house on a corner lot. I can't tell you everything in there because they'll probably beat me up, you know, for thinking that I'm trying to tell you guys to go bang on the door and say, hey, let me in. Mr. Ray said it was cool. You know, we all family now. So I can't tell you everything, right? But literally, go ahead, Miss Tony. Literally, right? You come up there and you see the biggest house on the lot, right? Over, I think, 600 homes in the neighborhood, right? Miss Tony, 6,500 square feet, right? 7 bedrooms, Miss Mulder, 7 bedrooms, right? 6.5 baths. That makes sense, Mr. Pullen? Y'all hearing me right now? Are you hearing the numbers I'm saying? I'm not just saying this, right? This happened. I had to take pictures and video. I couldn't believe it. The 8th room that they have is a convertible bedroom, so they can make it. I forgot what it's called. I know you guys don't know what it's called. What's the thing where you pull it down from the wall and it turns into a bed? What's it called? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Murphy bed.
Say it again.
Murphy bed.
Murphy bed. It's the Murphy bed. So guess what? Another room can turn into a bedroom. That makes 8 bedrooms. Now here we go. I want you to follow me on this story. If you follow me right now, put a 2. Give me a 2. I know you're warming up to me and you know, like, oh, I see what you're talking about. But if you follow me, know where I'm about to go. Some of you all know me, so you know I'm gonna tie it back in, right? It's been this, you're gonna learn. Right, here we go. So we see this happen and we're like, this is amazing, right? Now let's come back. This is just the first level. I said it, that's the first level, right? It's the second level. In Florida, you can't have basements, Mr. Bailey. You can only, it's one level when you go upstairs. Upstairs is like a basement because, you know, they got crazy storms down there, which is why I got stuck. Let me get to that. So we go in there, right, Miss Merlene? And now we're seeing everything, Miss Williams, right? We're looking at everything. We're in shock. We're in total shock because we've heard about it, but to see it is different, right, Miss Tony? So much to the point where you're seeing different accessories, you're seeing different things going on. Guys, I saw a TV that looked like a mirror. Everybody, okay. I saw some faces like, what the world? Okay. I want everybody to do me a favor, do me a solid, right? We're gonna take it back to, what is that, like 95 or something? I don't know. Do me a solid. Everybody look at Mr. Bailey's screen right now, right? Y'all see that picture over his left shoulder? Imagine a 50, no, it was actually a 70-inch mirror with a border like that picture over his left shoulder, right? And I'm sitting there looking, I said, wow, this is a nice room, Auntie. I love it. This is amazing, right? You've decorated everything. You've got beautiful pictures on the wall. It's a beautiful mirror here. You know, you got something in the corner that I'm not going to tell y'all about. It's not a bad thing. It's an amazing thing, but it's just going to make you more furious, right? You got beautiful levels everywhere, right? Oh, let me sit on this couch real quick and just take it all in. She said, yeah, come sit next to me. Yeah, no, oh, it's great, nephew. You know, this is what you always talk about with your business. Follow me, Miss Marie. You heard that, right? Obviously, I've shared this with them, right, Miss Mulder? I see your vision. You talk about helping other people. So, of course, this is what you do, right? And the first thing she said was, a lot of people will tell you, when you're building a house like this, you don't need that much space. You don't need all these amenities. But the truth is, I didn't build it for just me. I built it for family. I built it for people who need to get on their feet. I built it for people that, guess what? They don't always have it going. They don't always have a place to stay. But what they do have is somebody in their corner, and all they sometimes have to do is reach out. I'm gonna say it again. All they gotta do is reach out, right? Right, Miss Marlene? Follow me. And do what? Ask for assistance. Ask for help. Whether it be mental, right? Financial, spiritual, they just need to reach out. Because I didn't build this with just me in mind. I want to be comfortable, of course. But what about somebody else that doesn't have it the way I do? And when I say that hit me right here, it made me do what? It made me, whoo, exactly, check myself. Because all these times we're talking about, remind me, God, you're still in this room. Don't fall away from this, right? Don't fall away from this room right now, right? You see, I got all this energy. I keep looking at Mr. Bailey's screen. We're sitting on the couch talking about this, right? And it hit me and said, wow, I'm doing all this because I want to be successful. I want to help a lot of people. I want to be someone we can build up, right? I want to be somebody that everybody looks forward to seeing. And I want to entertain and do all these things. But as I'm doing it, am I building my house with others in mind? I'm going to say that again. As I'm building my house, just like my business, as I'm putting a chandelier here, as I'm putting a bedroom there, as I'm putting carpet here, tile here, marble over there, am I doing it with just me in mind? Or am I doing it with others in mind? And at the same token, I'm thinking about that, and I'm looking at that picture, that mirror frame that just looks like Mr. Bailey's background right now, and it's 80 inches big. All of a sudden, I see ESPN. So y'all can, that's what the border looked like, right? Miss Malin, you wanna know what I did? As soon as I saw it, this was my face, right? It's right there. I saw ESPN, I go, there's a wall behind me. Why is ESPN sitting on the screen, right? And she said, oh, that's a TV. Huh? Oh yeah, I got a special enclosed TV because I wanted the room to be flush so it'd be open and it would flow because I didn't want it to take away. I wanted people here to be able to talk, have a good time. If we have a party, you ought to see right here, follow me guys. If you look to the right, we can walk out to the street. Oh my gosh, salt regenerated pool and jacuzzi. Right outside, to the right in this living room, go right there, right? I don't want anybody to feel like they're not at home. I want to feel like they're on staycation. I said, oh goodness, man, like, what? This is all right. Listen, man, you got me, right? You got me. You're telling me build my business. I'm putting that in perspective. I'm working. I get it, but this is just a thought process that I can't. Like, I'm overwhelmed right now. Does that make sense? I feel you, Mr. Henderson. I'm overwhelmed, right? I'm winding down though. Follow me, guys. I'm about to bring it back to you. If you want to know how this story comes to a close, for now, it's so much, right? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat because I'm closing out for you. It's already 9:32. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I just want you to feel what I'm about to say, right? I want you to feel what I'm about to, what I felt, right? Follow me in this story. So she then goes on to tell me, she told me about, partner, of course. She said, when I came back in my walk of faith, I had to learn something called vision and a journey. So yeah, talk to me. They said, well, back when we were dating, and this is dating, nobody's married yet, of course, right? Right now she's talking about, of course, her significant other. Does that make sense, Mr. Dub? She's talking about her significant other, right? Said, I got a call while I was at work. And of course, they're already walking in the spirit of faith, and they're all about helping others. And obviously, and I did laugh at this. It was a good joke when Sweetie said, we're all about helping others. And obviously, God has blessed us, and it's helped out us as well. I said, well, yeah, clearly. He's definitely looked out for you, right? He's definitely doing that. And he said, but she said, you know why? He said, what's going on? Right, Mr. Pullen, follow me. Here we go. I seen you put a 1, so follow me. He goes, when I received that call when I was at work, the call was to tell me that in 1993, I had a 1992 red Grand Am, brand new. Woohoo! I see somebody smile, right? Brand new. Go ahead, Miss Griffiths. You must have had one. And guess what? On that phone call, my significant other says, hey, I gave your car away. I see somebody's eyes get big. Think about it. I gave your car away. No, not sold it. Gave it away to someone else because God said, give the car away because they needed more. See, what happened was she found out that, the gentleman was going through a tough time and transition in work. So he had 3 kids and a wife, and he had just lost his truck. I can't make this up, right? So, of course, she's talking about, look, listen, I understand all that. And of course, we all the same way. Look, I understand all that, but I need this too. I got places to go, things to do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? We all that way, right? Let's be honest. So all of a sudden, gives it away. Said, wouldn't you know, 6 months later, I just trusted it, right? Trust my other and my significant other. We worked together, right? Said, have the faith, believe, work, right? Be diligent, listen, succumb to him, and we'll be fine. 6 months later, we're in 94. Are y'all with me? Who's with me? I'm about to flip through the screen. Miss Mendez, I see you in there. I ain't got to worry about that, right? I know you with me. Mr. Mendez, I see you with you. Here we go. 6 months later, she was driving. This is 1994. She was driving in a 1994 Jaguar. 6 months later. And I was told, she told me, she said, Aaron, since that time, I have never needed nor wanted for any type of vehicle. I get it when I feel like it. But what I had to do first, before the work came, is have the faith. And I had to put others first. I had to believe in other people enough through God's will and testimony that I'm still here and I've been forgiven to help other people that he has blessed me like this so I can help people like you. See, I already see some of y'all ain't catch that. I had to believe in it so much, Miss Mendez, to help others and put them first in times where I may not feel like it. I don't want to pick up the phone. I don't want to send that text message. I don't want to go ahead and have the faith. I don't even want to be positive and have a good day. I don't want to add to my prospect list. I don't want to add to anything on my clientele list. I don't want to follow up with anybody. I don't want to do anything. I don't feel like it because I'm tired. Because I'm worn down. I got a lot going on. I got things going on that I can't even focus on my business. I had to give all that up and say, God, if I'm supposed to help this one person that I call, there's two people that I call, I'm going to do it because guess what? In the future, I got other lives to help. Guys, I'm here to tell you just off that alone, it's not about material things. It's not about all these other special, shiny glitz and glamour that a lot of media and what society wants you to think about. What it is about prosperity and helping the next person. Guys, I'm going to say this, and the reason I had to plug that in is because they have 7 cars in that house. 7 cars in a house in Minnesota. But it's not for just them. Do y'all feel that? It's not even for just them. It's not for, oh, when I feel like going to the store. It's not for, oh, when I feel like just doing this. No. Every day I was there, it was people over the house. Family I knew, family I didn't know. A lot of them I just met for the first time. Had people living there, no bills, rent free, so they can get up on their feet and buy their own homes. 2 of my family members are doing that right now. Never knew. I never knew that. Why am I sharing that story to you? How humble are you really? I'm serious. I want you to think about it. How humble are you really to the point where you're succumbing, you're sacrificing all of what you see in front of you every day when you wake up for that vision that you have at the end of the road? How willing are you to submit to all those old, just you being that old self? How willing are you to submit to the new you so you can do things like call your upline every day? So you can do things like add to your clientele list. So you can blow your business up, right, Ms. Mulder? Come on, you joined not just to be involved and say, hey, I'm an Avetican. No, you came to be in this thing and say, I'm an Avetican, I'm proud of it. And guess what? Look at all these people I help behind me. But not only are they behind me, look at all these people in front of me. These are the people I'm about to bring to the front. These are the people I already helped. Does that make sense? If that makes sense to you, I need you to mute yourself. Give me some energy and say, that's me.
Yes,
That's
sir.
me,
That's me. That's me.
That's me.
Yeah, that's me, man, that's me. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not your time to sit back and let everybody else pass you by. And you got every single excuse as to why you're not winning. It is your time. It's your time. I don't care if you watch somebody else walk across the stage at one point. I don't care if you watch all these other people get a flyer and you feel some type of way. You make sure your butt is on that next flyer. You make sure your butt is walking across the stage that next time. Does that make sense? And you're doing it not because of you. You're doing it because you're trying to help the next person. Because if you believe and they see you make it happen, what do you think they think about themselves? Follow me. Come on, Miss Griffiths. If they see you do it, do they think that they can do it, Miss Tony? Do they think that they can do it, Miss Merlene? Because you came and talked to them. And they're watching you every single second. The family that sits there and doesn't even try to help you, they watching you every single second. And guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen when they see you just help 2 people? Guess what happens? Hey, what's that business you were talking about? Come on, now I told you I was going to bring it home. I told you I was going to bring it home. I told you. Hey, remember that business you was talking about? Come here, man, don't run from me. I'm just trying to, and you're not running at all. You say, hey, I'm on this sprint trying to help everybody else. You should have caught me when I was walking. Period. I'm on this sprint. I'm on this marathon, man. You should have caught me back about a half mile ago. I'm too far down the track now. If you want to come up here, you better sprint yourself. Show me that you want it. Because I done put my time in. I done put my work in. I done bless everybody else. You trying to pull me back because you selfish. Because you don't want to do nothing. Because you want to judge me before you even know what it is.
Bring it home, sir. Bring it
You
home.
take all those judgments, you take everybody that's doubted you, you take every single person that has ever made you feel some type of way. And you know what I want you, I can't say what I really want you to do. I was gonna tell you, if y'all some wrestling people, I was gonna talk like the Rock and say, turn that thing sideways, you feel me? But at the same time, this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say. You take all that hatred that you get and you embrace it.
Sir,
You
yes,
embrace
sir.
You embrace the person that you're supposed to be on every single day. Don't let nobody stop you from it. Come back with a vengeance. And when I said on Sunday when I'm supposed to come back, I've been held up, guys, because the devil knows. He knows when you find your spirit finally gets woken. He knows when you finally wake up from that sleep, that hibernation sleep that you got sometimes. And this is coming from Mr. Ray's heart. All I needed to do was see it one more time. Touch it, feel it, taste it, know that it's real. And now it's time to get pissed off for greatness. And I said, I can't wait to come back Sunday to share it with the team. How is it that all of a sudden, no forecast ever, no forecast showing for the entire week that it was going to show it was going to rain and tropical storm on Sunday, and guess what happened? The storm. Guess what happened? No flights coming back Monday. Everybody knows that we got leadership calls, right? I'm missing it. Why? Because my Wi-Fi is out. All of a sudden, I can send texts and make calls, quick calls. I'm sitting there trying to tell Mr. B, hey man, I'm stuck, I'm coming back. But guess what? Again, Tuesday, delayed again. Get all the way to the airport. All the way to the airport, Miss Tony. Guess what? On the way, we left 4 hours early, so we could be there 3 hours early. How in the world did we get stuck in 3 hours worth of traffic? I can't make this up. But you know what happens when you get, find somebody that finally has that spirit awakening and they fighting just like you are. Miss Ellis, well now Miss Ray, right, looks over to me because she saw me getting heated, John. I just want to get back. Plus my daughter's here, right? My dog is here. You know how we feel about our pets. You know what I mean? My dog here, Milo missing me, Maya's missing me. You know what she said? She said, Aaron, I think he knows that you woke up. I said, you're right. Because now when I come back, I'm coming back with a vengeance. Because my mission is to get to Florida. It's always been that way. But now I'm not doing it for just me. I'm doing it for everybody else. And I know the team is waiting for me. I know they're here. Don't think I'm quitting. I ain't going nowhere. The only place I'm going is up. So with that being said and me going up, I want to know who else is pissed off for greatness and war ready. And when I say war ready, we already know it's a challenge out there. It's not even a challenge, it's a competition for you to be blessed so you can bless other people. Hit VP twice and what do you get? Come on, if you're really paying attention. Oh, you thought I didn't see it because I hadn't seen you guys? Come on, man. If that trip didn't motivate you, you shouldn't even need the trip to motivate you. But if it didn't motivate you, guess what it can do? It can motivate somebody else. It can help somebody else. Why don't you take them on that vacation? How many people can you take on that vacation with you if you do what you're supposed to do? And build your team up. Oh, come on now, build your team up. Not just build your team up, guess what? Build their team up. Build the belief level. Build the company. And guess what? Why don't you just make the decision to be the first Black Diamond? Why don't you make the decision to be the first time? Why don't you make the decision to blow this business up yourself? If that's you,
Yes, sir.
if that's
Yes,
you,
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
if that's you,
Yeah.
Mr. Big, if that's you,
Let's go. Let's go.
if that's you,
Yes,
I don't
sir.
know,
Let's
Mr.
go.
Wilson, if that's you, your
Yes, yes.
Let's grow. Let's grow.
Absolutely.
Mr. Dub on the map.
Let's go, sir.
Oh, come on, man. You think I forgot about Mr. Johnson, Miss Greer? Where y'all at? Miss Lori, you went up the camera. I've been looking up and watching you the whole time you go. Miss Thomas, Miss Collins, Miss Burke, Miss Santa Mark, every call. Get hype about something.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Yes.
I'm hype. I'm hyping. Oh, no, they can even hear me. Oh, snap.
It's time. Well, we can hear you, sir. I love it. It's time. It's time. So if you feel me, if that makes sense to you, I love feeling and seeing your faces. I miss every single one of you guys. I love you guys. If you can't feel it and see it, I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to see your faces. As I'm doing so, I'm trying to give you my heart. That's it. Because I know if I give you mine, you can give me yours, but guess what? We're gonna help a lot of people in the process. Somebody needed this, Miss Mulder. Don't fall asleep on your way to work. And I got it. It's an unnecessary trip I want to take. Don't do that. If this is real with you, if this hits home and you're gonna do it, don't shout out because it sounds cool. Don't shout out because it's cool and it makes you feel good. That's it. I want you to shout out because you're actually gonna do something about it. I want you to shout out because family's dependent on you. Whether you got kids, or you got cousins, sisters, brothers, moms, dads, uncles, aunties, that's dependent on you. People you haven't even met yet, that's dependent on you. If that's gonna be you to make sure everybody else's dreams come true, then selfless when it comes to the thought process of your old ways. And succumbing to the new ways so you can be a better you, Miss Williams. On the count of three, we're gonna do what we've been hearing. Let's go, let's grow. It's Friday. On the count of three, it's gonna be a let's go, let's grow. But I want you to feel it. It's called a baritone, right? Baritone. I want you to explode with energy. Explode. One of my favorite players who I modeled my game after was Ray Lewis. And it was pure energy every day. Give yourself pure energy. It's not for me, it's for you. Give yourself pure energy on the count of three. I want to hear let's go, let's go. And I'm looking at these mics. I'm looking to see who's showing these faces, seeing who's real about it. Because as soon as we do, I'm transferring it over to my man, my big brother, Mr. Stephon Henderson. Okay? So on the count of three, let's go, guys. Here we go. Let's go, let's go. With passion, with energy. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go!
Let's go. Let's go.
So with that being done, I felt that. I felt that. Mr. Stephon Henderson, sir, I'm gonna turn this over to you. Of course, you can do it the way you always do, if you're available for it. We appreciate it. You bless us with your presence, because this man is here. When I say through thick and thin, like we a married couple with him, whether he's been down, he's a definition of being selfless. Putting the company first, even sometimes before his own health. And I sat there and witnessed it. Putting others first and their dreams, their visions, what they want to do before his own health. What would you sacrifice to get to the promised land? That's what he's the definition of. What would you sacrifice to get to the promised land? Your own selfish thoughts. So, of course, with that being said, I'm going to turn this call over, to one of our amazing leaders, our executive leaders, right? A man with complete integrity, a man that really shows up every single day with wisdom, but is still ready to learn. Does that make sense? And of course, if y'all with me and y'all appreciate him the way I do, I'm giving you all this energy. I want you to bring it up, keep it up high. This is how you need to be when you're bringing your new business partners, just as excited. This is how you need to be when you're coming on training. This is how you need to be when it's a Tuesday call. This is how you need to be when you're setting up your one-on-ones. This is how you need to be. Constant energy, positive, reinforced energy to help yourself and help others prosper. So if you can do this for me, this is the only solid that I'm asking, right? Give some energy to Mr. Stefan Henderson and welcome him in to pray us out so we can move forward throughout this Friday and explode. That makes sense? So everybody right now, we're not gonna do a countdown. We're gonna bring them on the right way. Unmute yourselves. Let's bring on Mr. Stefan Henderson.
Yeah.
Great Friday, great Friday, great Friday, sir. Mr. Ray, hearing your voice and just, having this experience with you this morning reminds me of how much you were missed. Okay, how much you were missed. But I want you to know this though. I want you to know this. The team held Friday down, right? The team held Friday down for you, right? For you. This he always mentioned you, about Friday, whatever. She was like, almost felt like, you know what? Something's missing. I'm here, but it's just something missing, right? And so I just want you to know that you were truly, truly loved. You were truly, truly missed. But this reminds me of what the Friday call is all about. So, thank you, super great energy. I want to tell you something though, sir. The reason why you did not know what your family was doing, right? The reason why you didn't know what they were doing is because, like the word says, that your left hand doesn't know what your right hand is doing, right? That when you pray, you don't do it like those that are out in the street, right? They're out here making all this noise. But it is for other people. It's not, it's for show, right? It is for show. It's for show. Even when you mourn, you're not even supposed to, let people, go down with sackcloth and ashes. Woe is me. It's not about that. Okay, it's not about that. Because why? The true example of humility, right? The example of being humble, and this is what Dr. London teaches, is you have to be humble. Your family gave you that example, right? That family gave you a real life example of what was going on. And so the thing is that you didn't learn the lesson quick enough. You didn't learn that lesson quick enough. So God held you back so you could truly get the lesson, right? You could truly get it into your spirit. So now it's a part of you. That whole thing is a part of you. See, the thing about being selfless is not that you think less of yourself, you just think what? Of yourself less. Right? I want you to get it, right? I want you to get it. Everybody. To be selfless doesn't mean that you think of yourself less, right? You don't think less of yourself. You just think of yourself less, right? It's not always about you. Right? It's not always about you because, see, truly, you have to be selfless to be successful in this business. Because we truly put this business together so you can help other people. Okay? The thought that Dr. London put into this, even the comp plan, makes it so that you have to think of other people. Right? You have to help other people to rank up. You have to help other people succeed. Even when you're building this business in you just can't build one line because you got cousin Johnny in it, because you got Auntie May in it. You just can't build one line. You get stuck, right? Maximum volume rule pops up. You can only get so much out of this line that you got to go out and help some other people. So this is truly, truly what this business operates on, is what? Thinking of other people, being selfless. And so that's the example, right? That's the example of what's going on, of doing that. So here's the thing. We are a family. We are truly, truly a family. We missed you and Mrs. Ray now. We missed you. We are truly family. We came together to support you. We are truly family. And since we are truly family, we have new family members on the call. We have new family members on the call, and I hope that they are, understand and feeling, what is going on. We are so much family on this team that people are looking to say, you know what, and we love the whole Novetica nation, right? We do, but it's just something about, Team Merged Alliance and his family, and we have new family members on here, and so, as what we do. As the word says, we celebrate, we truly celebrate with those who are celebrating, and we mourn with those that are mourning. Does that make sense? Make sense, everybody? And so with that being said, I believe that Miss Mendez, who's on the call, I think she lost a family member, right? So we want to make sure that we lift her up. She has our condolences, and she has our prayers. And then it says that family members, right? As family members, that we're here for her. She's brand new, but we want her to feel the family. It's my pleasure, man. We want her to feel this family, let her know, see here sometimes, you can't really choose your family that you connected to by DNA. You can't really choose them, right? But see, these family members are people that choose you, right? We choose you. Family is not always about, bloodline. Family, sometimes is about the bloodline. Get it? It's not always about bloodline, it's about the blood, the blood that has power. Blood that has wonder-working power.
Amen.
that blood, right? So most times it's about the blood power, okay? It's about the people who truly love and support you. Truly love and support you, okay? So, Ms. Mendez, we're here for you. We're here for you. We truly are. Mr. Ray, we missed you. And yes, sir, the blood of the Lamb. We truly miss, you and your lovely wife, and so happy that you're back. But we're happy that you learned the lesson that God sent. That God brought you, He brought you to that lesson because you couldn't go to Disneyland, right? Disney World. You couldn't go to SeaWorld. You couldn't go to University. You couldn't go. You needed to be in a place. So now that you would learn the lesson, so when you came back, that you are truly now going to be building a space, going to be building the organization, going to be building, right, a legacy that's for other people. See, we're not in this business for anybody, other than other people, truly. So that's a great lesson. So, sir, welcome back. Super great call. The only way we can take this call any higher is that we connect with source. So all hearts and minds are clear. Father, we give you all the glory. We give you all the praise. We thank you for who you are. We thank you, God, for who we are in your eyes. Because for most times in our own eyes, we see us less than we should. We see somebody, even sometimes we see ourselves more than we should, so we let our own selfish ambitions get in the way. But God, we are truly, truly grateful that you continue to work on us, that you continue to mold and shape us. And then whenever we're marred, right, in your sight, you come in and you fix us. So we thank you, God, right now. I thank you for this great company. I thank you for, this great family, Novetica, your best choices, especially the Merged Alliance. And I thank you for the visionary. I thank you for, the person, the image, the example, in Dr. Lance London. And thank you for his surrounding him with great, great, great people, the executive team, my family, especially Mr. and Mrs. Brown. And I thank you. And right now, God, we come intercessing for one of yours. We come intercessing for Miss Mendez family, that God, that you would comfort her, and let her know that we are family for her. And I thank you for this young man. I thank you for his energy. I thank you for him being so transparent. And I thank you that he allows you to use him to help other people, even in his stories. So I thank you right now for Mr. Ray, and as he's poured out to us, may you pour back into him and his lovely, lovely family. So God, everybody, this family that is on this call, this family that woke up this morning by your grace and your mercy, We know because there are people who went to bed last night with all intention of getting up, but did not and could not move a muscle, couldn't open an eyelid, couldn't take in a breath. And so, God, we don't take it for granted that you have blessed us this morning. And I thank you for this family. And I pray right now into their lives prosperity, not for prosperity's sake, but again, as your example, for what they can do for other people, not come out to lack like a lion, that their cruse of oil would never run dry, their cupboards would never be bare. We thank you, we bless you, we give you all the glory, and we praise you in the name, a high name. That name is your son, Yeshua. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Happy Friday.
Amen. Let's go.
Happy Friday.
Let's go.